got blood on your face, your big disgrace, waving your banner all over the place. Sing it.
What I love about White Tiger is you just like go for any note. We're like, it doesn't even matter, right?
What the heck is happening there?
Listen, that was any note, and this is not American Idol, but it's a no for me, dog.
Oh, the White Tiger is giving us a lot to sink our teeth into, pun intended. We're going to get into that and so much more tonight on Unmasking the Masked Singer. But first, I want to let everyone know we have a very special surprise guest joining us later in the episode, someone who has competed on season 2 of the show. So they're going to dish everything. Do not miss it. Stick with us. But first, let's get into tonight's heartbreaking elimination. Take a look.
Oh my goodness! Chaka Khan! The iconic superstar 10-time Grammy Award winner! I knew it the whole time. Woo!
Dude.
Nicole's reaction is everything. I want that for every response.
We need that gift just on a loop.
On a loop.
Look, we had Patti LaBelle, we had Gladys Knight, now we've got Chaka Khan. It just is a testament to this show and how powerful it is that these are legends among us.
Completely.
Truly, these women are so iconic. They've got the vocals to back it up, and what a treat to have someone like Chaka Khan on this season.
Insanely. And what gave it away for you? I know we saw a few more clues tonight that really solidified that it was Chaka Khan.
Yes.
What were you getting?
Okay, a couple of things if we want to kind of tee up the clue package here. We saw the Miss Monster looking at, I'm sorry, that's her friend, the hairstylist. So this week they did something a little different. They invited on friends and family members. So Miss Monster invited her hairstylist. And here he is kind of examining a piece of pizza, some white socks. And I'm just like, wait, what is going on? So let's talk about the pizza first. There is a song that Chaka Khan did called All Good with De La Soul, and the lyrics are actually quite funny. It's all about kind of building a pizza and a lot of
I'll take it.
Using the word pepperoni in a song. I mean, we just kind of love it. Then you want to talk about the 2 white socks. It's not that deep. It's literally the White Sox, as in the Chicago White Sox. And we also saw a teddy bear. So White Sox bear, Chicago pride. Obviously, Chaka Khan is from Chicago, so that makes all the sense in the world. And the last clue that really kind of gave it away was the camo print. We saw, there it is. We saw some like camo t-shirts and some other things kind of hanging on the wire there. Camouflage is an album title of the funk band Rufus featuring Chaka Khan.
Okay.
So I think these clues are definitely harder than last season. It took a second for me to let it digest inside my brain. But ultimately, they all pointed to Queen Chaka and everything we saw in weeks before. What did you think?
Well, I love the new Valentine clues we got today. So it was a Valentine Teams episode. Love was in the air. And they had the contestants read a Valentine to one of the judges, who we then found out they have had a past relationship with in some way. So for Robin, I have an I for you. We even had a rendezvous in Sin City. Well, Sin City meaning Las Vegas. Chaka Khan and Robin Thicke have performed in Las Vegas together in 2009. They're so adorable. Look at them there.
Babies.
Robin didn't even know it was her under there. Luckily, he did guess right before the unmasking. Him and Nicole both said it's Chaka, and they were right.
Look, I hope if you've performed with someone,
you would know their voice.
You've rehearsed with them. You've done this a million times. You would hope that voice would be instantaneously recognizable. But, this show throws everyone for a loop, apparently.
Well, we are now down to our top 3 champions. So with tonight's elimination, this is the Group A champions who we will see later on in the season compete with the top 3 from Group B and C. And we actually asked you guys on Entertainment Tonight's Twitter who you were going and who you were rooting for tonight, and you all agreed that turtle mask. So you loved the turtle mask. We should take a look at him. We love him as well.
Yes. I mean, the vocals, I feel like we say this every single week.
Every week, the vocals.
Give us a thumbs up if you are loving the turtle as much as we are. This is someone who's got so much flavor and soul, and I really love that we got to see some choreography to really prove that this person is totally at least a double threat. They can sing and they can dance. Let's get right into the clue package if we can and kind of dissect the evidence here. So this is the turtle's past teacher. So we're in a classroom here, and if you take a look at the chalkboard, there's an alpha and there's an omega. So I was like, was the turtle turtle in a fraternity. I was like thinking all these different Greek clues.
Yeah.
Again, it's not that deep. The turtle was literally on the show Greek. He played a character named Andy. Of course, I don't think I've mentioned Jesse McCartney. Yes. Sorry, I feel like we keep saying the same thing every week.
We're sticking with our guess.
We're sticking with our guess that it's Jesse McCartney. Of course, he played the character Andy on the ABC Family show Greek. Now, if we can throw up the map, we saw Seoul, South Korea.
Yes.
Which I was like, okay, is this someone who's maybe on tour there or has toured there many times? Again, I'm just going to take Seoul quite literally with a different spelling and allude to Jesse's like super huge hit, Beautiful Soul.
The best.
The song that we can't truly get enough of, such a bop. We also saw on the teacher's desk, like the Batman logo or the Batman signal. So yeah, I was like, it's kind of creepy. What does it mean? Is this someone who's in the superhero kind of like universe? Well, yes, Jesse McCartney is in the superhero universe. He voices Robin in the animated series Young Justice. So, I mean, do we really need more proof than this?
I'm sold here.
We're just rattling it off left and right. My final thing is the teacher said, I hope you have the best time of your life or have the time of your life. Jesse McCartney has a song called Best Day of My Life. So I feel like all of these things are just kind of stacking up at this point.
Exactly. And listen, if those were not enough, the Valentine's clue did it as well. We heard it directed to Nicole. I'll never forget the morning we spent together. It was turtly awesome. Well, as you can see there, turtly awesome, the morning him and Nicole spent together. It happened to be on NBC's Today Show in August of 2008. Nicole, the Pussycat Dolls, Jesse McCartney, and Katy Perry performed together, which is like iconic trio.
I love that they're taking these clues that are such throwbacks. I mean, these pictures are truly so like iconic from my childhood.
I love seeing them.
I feel like I remember watching this on TV 10 or so, whatever it was, years ago. I love it.
And again, it goes back to Nicole has performed with this person. I would hope she'll get his voice in the coming weeks maybe and be able to guess Jesse, because none of the judges have said his name so far.
No, they haven't. And it's like, Nicole, you have the most incredible ear. She has perfect pitch.
Yep.
I would hope that she would recognize that in, hopefully, Jesse McCartney. I do want to mention there was something that happened on TV last night that we want to show you guys. The Backstreet Boys, who you know, Charlie and I, especially me, we really stand very hardcore. And we would love to see them on The Masked Singer. The name AJ McLean has been thrown out a ton of times. They were guests on Watch What Happens Live, and they were asked point blank, are you on The Masked Singer? Here's what they said.
Matt B. emailed for all of you. AJ, are the rumors true that you're the turtle this season?
Oh my God, this is still going on.
Yeah.
No, because I'm here right now, so clearly I'm not the turtle.
Okay, well, it's not a live show.
No,
so.
but still, and if I was, I wouldn't tell anyone.
That being said, you wouldn't. Patty LaBelle was here and lied to my face. So you're the turtle.
I have something to say.
I wouldn't tell anyone.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say this out loud. The turtle was created for me.
Is that true?
I was possibly going to be on the show this
Oh,
season.
really? They offered it to you and you couldn't do it,
we
or
were
you
busy.
said, wow.
Yeah, so
Okay, how do you feel about
Oh my
that?
God, gasp.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane to just drop that casually.
Yeah, because especially this show is shrouded in secrecy,
Yep.
and I don't know if producers necessarily love when people admit I was maybe gonna do
Almost
it
on the show.
and then I didn't do it. Yeah, obviously the Backstreet Boys are busy. They're making music and they're touring the world and doing all those things. Here's why I'm torn about this. A part of me is like, dude, Nick Carter, you have to do this show. I would love to see any of the Backstreet Boys. They're such natural born performers. They'd be so incredible on the show. But the other part of me is like, don't bring that up. Like, just let the turtle have its moment. And like, if it is Jesse McCartney, let him have his
Jesse
moment.
live.
Yeah, I feel like the turtle is a perfectly suited costume for him. And the symbolism, like slow and steady wins the race. I really appreciate that narrative. So I don't know, kind of was just like,
Kind of torn. Well, another performer who certainly brought their A game tonight was the kangaroo, who shined bright like a diamond. Take a look.
Fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky.
ooh, what do you think? It's so soulful every week, this kangaroo.
Again, I'm just shocked by this voice, because if it is who we think it is, Jordan Woods, I didn't know she could sing.
No, I certainly didn't either. And, you know, we had Adrienne Houghton on the show last week, and she was like, you guys are crazy. It's definitely Jordan's. If it's between Jordan Sparks or Jordan Woods, she was definitely leaning Jordan Sparks.
Yeah.
But I think after going through the clues this week, we have even more evidence proving why it is Jordan Woods. So her family or relative clue went to someone who claimed to be her younger brother. Her younger brother is named John Woods III, so we do know she has a younger brother, Jordan Woods. The first thing that tipped me off was the boom mic. So if you know anything about Jordan Woods, she's no stranger to being on reality TV, whether it's Keeping Up with the Kardashians or Life of Kylie. Here they are, kind of like her brother here is kind of filming
and almost looks like a confessional.
A confessional, and in the moment
scenes,
interview, exactly. We also got to see this model airplane. And I have a couple different theories about the model airplane. Okay, the first is that she travels a lot. Point blank, the girl's busy, she's booked and busy. The second is that she's a model, quite literally. This is a model airplane, okay? And then this is the third and perhaps the most convincing in my opinion. When Jordan Woods was on Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk, she had to take a lie detector test. And Jada was quoted as saying she passed with flying colors. So I think all of that symbolism there, I mean, are we on the right track?
We're on the right track, especially with one thing you just said there. You bring up Red Table Talk.
Yes.
Well, the Valentine's clue we saw here was to Leah. Leah Remini was the guest judge tonight on the show, and she said, "We've sat at the same table and your courage has inspired me." Well, there is one table that happens to be red that both Leah and Jordan have sat at, and that is Jada Pickett's Red Table Talk Facebook Watch series. Leah appeared in November of 2018 and Jordan followed in March of 2019. So that is definitely somewhere where these women go to talk about their stories, something that may be in the news. For example, Jordan was going through it at that time with the Kardashians, but sitting down and talking about courage and being inspired, I think it all makes sense there.
I mean, I'm so glad that they were able to, if it is Jordan Woods, it's so cool to see her have a moment with Leah Remini because they are, like you mentioned, they are women who have gone through a lot and they've been at the front of a lot of publicity and a lot of scandal. And I love that Leah has gotten her sort of like vindication and she won her Emmy and she's like living her best life. And hopefully it's the start of that for Jordan Woods as well.
Totally.
So we're sticking with it.
Well, the next performer certainly rocked us in one way or another.
That's one way of putting it.
Take a look.
Were you rocked? Were you rocked by the White Tiger?
I was rocked. I was shook. I have a lot of questions. What do you think?
We're going to stick with our original guest, Rob Gronkowski, former player for the New England Patriots. Again, not the best vocal prowess from this performer, but if we know anything about Rob Gronkowski, really just big performer, larger than life. Let's talk about the clue package really quickly. We saw a neon Route 66 sign in the bar. Now, I looked this up, and actually Rob Gronkowski once hosted an event at a Route 66 raceway in Chicago. So
that
we
counts.
know we've got something there. Then, if we can take a look at the quarter on the bar, I mean, I'm no sports expert, but I'm pretty sure this is a big thing in the world of football, a coin toss. Yes. The big thing for me were these butter pats of butter. I was like, does this guy does he like bulletproof coffee? What's going on? Well, it turns out apparently Gronk has gotten a lot more plant-based in his retirement.
Important to know.
Important to know, but just quite literally, pats of butter played for the Patriots.
There it is.
We also saw a telephone that was off the hook, and I was like, is this someone who had a phone snafu or something involving a phone? Well, his former coach, Bill Belichick, was asked in November when Gronk announced, I have this big announcement, and someone was like, Bill, what do you think it is? And he's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure my phone will be ringing off the hook, whatever it is.
And the phone is off the hook. Literally off the hook.
Off the hook, yes. And then I know you discovered something with the darts.
I discovered this one pretty last minute, and I'm still kind of proud of myself for it. If you look at what the dart landing places add up to here, it's on 18, 3, and 8. Well, those add up to 29, and Gronk retired from the NFL at age 29. I am patting myself on the back for that one, guys.
I'm patting you on the back, and I'm patting
you.
Gronk on the back, if it is him, because retiring at 29 is such a boss move.
I know, what a legend.
Live your best life.
Also, the Valentine's Day clue, this was a really good one. It was to Jenny. Jenny, I'm wild about you, but I know your husband will appreciate this card even more. Well, Donnie Wahlberg loves Gronk, loves the Patriots, and you can actually see them fangirling over Gronk in this clip. Take a look.
You know, Gronk is the greatest guy in the world, and people think of him as a party animal and, a wild child, but sitting next to him watching that game, I could see how much it was killing him that he couldn't be out there.
If you know anything about the Wahlbergs,
Yeah.
they literally bleed Patriots, they bleed Tom Brady, and they bleed Rob Gronkowski.
And I think it's crazy all these Valentine's clues are showing that the judges have hung out or literally performed and know the people that are performing on the stage in front of them. That's wild.
Well, Hollywood is 6 degrees
Exactly.
of Kevin Bacon.
Exactly.
Is that the expression?
I think so.
6 degrees of
Kevin Bacon.
degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small world. They're all connected some way or another. Of course, we have introduced a new segment on this show called Reality Check, where we give the judges that we adore and love so much just a little dose of reality and call them out on some of their wackier guesses. You want to take the lead on that one?
This one is shocking, to say the least. I'm just going to say that. Take a look at who Ken guessed during tonight's performance.
Is that pat of butter is not butter. And you know who spoke for that? Fabio said, I can't believe it's butter. It is right there in the clue package. He's a giant presence who's looking to rebrand himself ever since that unfortunate roller coaster incident where that bird just hit him in the face. You come back, Fabio, to the Masked Singer.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Fabio.
What planet are we living on?
Okay, first of all, I'm scarred by that Fabio photo because that is horrific.
Fabio, I know this was a long time ago, but I hope you made a full recovery.
I know, terrifying.
My goodness. I also want to take a moment to very selflessly call out Charlie and myself for being bad guessers last week. We saw a clue in the White Tiger's clue package, and it was of this poster of a cow skiing. And so Charlie and I are sitting here, we're like, is Gronk into winter sports? Has he gone to the X Games?
Listen, I even Googled if Gronk has purchased cattle before and or worked on a cattle farm. Like, we were taking this to every extreme that we possibly could.
Well, quite literally, it's just a cow skiing.
Cow ski. You guys certainly told us online. We saw it on Twitter as well. So thank you for pointing that out because we certainly missed a big one here with that poster.
We sure did. Now, I think it is officially time. It is officially time for us to introduce our new segment, The Masked Singer Ringer, where we're going to be calling celebrities or expert panelists who might be able to shed some insight on what it is these characters are doing on the show. This week, we're doing one better. We actually got someone in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Drew Pinsky.
Hey guys, how are you?
Thank you so much
Pleasure
for
to
being
be here. It's such a great show. I want to celebrate it.
Yeah.
And mind, you guys are brutal with these clues. The producers are freaking out, I assure you. They don't take it that seriously.
Oh, we do.
I know,
We're desperate to
that.
know who's below.
I see it.
Of course, you were the Eagle last season. You've got all the expert intel and insight on
Patti LaBelle kicked my butt.
She's Patti LaBelle.
It's not fair. It's
She's
not
Patti
fair.
LaBelle.
That's what's so much better about this year. That whole SmackDown deal was not good. Because if you lost once, you're probably going home.
Yeah.
Right, so you're appreciating this whole
I like
tournament
it. I
style?
like it. It would have been great to. Oh, look at that picture.
Yeah, there you are.
It was so fun. And you guys talking about the 6 degrees of separation. One of the reasons I did it is I've known Ken before anybody knew Ken.
How?
He was a physician. He used to sit on my show.
That's
Loveline.
right, yes.
And Jenny, I've known, she used to, singled out, followed Loveline on MTV back in the 90s. So I've known her that long. And both of them, when they were, you miss a lot of the interaction with the judges. They edit a lot of it out. It goes on for quite a while.
So tell us what we've missed.
And in my thing, Ken goes, at one point he goes, I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
You have a talk show. I used to sit in for you. And I thought, oh my God, he's got it. He goes,
call it out.
And he goes, you're Craig Ferguson. And then Jenny got all the way to Adam Carolla. And that's why I have that funny look on my face when I take the mask off. Because I'm like, you can't get one step further.
Yeah.
You couldn't imagine it was me.
Well, truly, we didn't guess you either.
Yeah.
It was very shocking and surprising in the coolest way possible to see
that
you.
was the idea, to screw with those guys and to screw with everybody.
Yeah, you did.
And it was funny. You also don't see Robin Thicke. He was very kind to me, and so was Nicole. But when I took the mask off, he says, I just didn't see that coming. That was the whole point.
Hey, none of us did.
But that's part of the game, right? That was what's fun about it. Is
For
people
sure.
that you've never heard sing before hide behind a mask, take on a character.
Yeah.
That's the other part you don't know. When you put those masks on, that character carries you. And I told you before the show started that I thought it was going to be like an American Eagle, so I was learning anthems and things I could easily sing.
Anthems.
Absolutely. And then I put the thing on, and I thought, oh my God, it's a rock eagle. I have to learn rock songs, which I can't sing, but here goes, because that costume demanded it.
How many rock songs did you learn? And
Probably
which
about
ones?
I was working on It's Queen, and the next song I was going to sing was Def Leppard.
Oh, some Sugar on You?
Yes,
Wow.
that was going to be the next song. And in fact, if I had gotten through, I was kind of in a panic about it. I thought, that's not a good second song, but here goes, Here
goes nothing.
I mean, I think you did such a tremendous job. And
It was
obviously, we have some more questions about your experience on the show, but I want to ask you about this current season.
Yeah.
I know you watched it with us earlier tonight. You're very vested in it, and I can tell.
I love the show.
You're into it.
I'm vested in the whole community around the show. They have excellent producers, and
Yeah.
they're putting on the massiveness of this production and all the different, and keeping it secret, and all the different songs and music direction.
So many layers.
And choreography and fireworks. It's a monumental
lot
task.
happening.
Oh my God.
So you heard our guesses.
Yes.
What do you think? Like, you want to start with who did we talk about? The Turtle?
Well, I agree with you on that. I really don't know that
Jesse
performer
McCartney,
very well,
yeah.
but you guys fit all those pieces together. However, on Chaka Khan, you missed the deep dish pizza. Hang
Is
on,
a Chicago
it's a
nod?
Chicago
Yes.
thing. So all three things up there were for Chicago.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow!
yeah.
We took it to her music
Yeah,
career
we
there.
really went the lyrics.
That's
where
the thing
she's
with
from.
this. That's the thing with this show is that the clues can look like they belong to Charlie, but then they could also be very easily applicable to you. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
You interpret it however.
Yes.
Okay, so you agree-
Jesse and Chaka Khan, and now Gronkowski.
Do you agree with that?
Still think I'm hung up on that skiing cow. I got to figure that out. But you sure it wasn't like a team that they beat or something?
Trust me, Charlie was literally investigating.
Literally Googling everything with cattle and Rob Gronkowski. No connection other than literally Kowski.
So I picked up, if you notice when they push the quarter across the table, he's
Yes.
wearing one of those big styrofoam number one, and it's orange like Florida.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were number one when Gronkowski was playing there. I imagine they were.
We're not sports
We're not
reporters,
sports
but he was, he famously played with Tim Tebow, and I know they were very
it was a big year.
successful.
It was a
Very
big year.
successful, yes.
So that's interesting.
You
And
picked
it
up
look
on
is
that.
right size for Gronkowski. Voice doesn't really sound like Gronkowski, but it could be. It could be him.
I think, I'm not even really listening to the voice at this point.
I'm just
You guys are
watching
really
it.
good with the clues, I gotta say.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
really, and
Thank you.
I think you people like you have the producers paying more attention to the clues now.
Well-
because they were a little haphazard when I was doing it. They would sort of make a little narrative out of it, and they didn't really. Whether it
you
was
think
true or not didn't really matter.
What did you think of your own clues when you saw them
I thought
back?
they were okay, but they emphasized things. I'm like, that's not really important
not
to
me.
me. That happened, but I'm not suddenly going to be off on a motorcycle as a rock star. That's not really my plan.
You're a rock star to us.
Oh, you're very kind. But then you also missed for what's her name, Jordan.
The kangaroo?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's Jordan Woods?
I think that's a great guess.
Okay.
And the boom with the airplane. When you do a boom interview in a reality show, it's called an OTF. On the fly.
Ah.
And maybe that airplane is just to make you think of
Another nod there. See, everything has so many double, triple meanings.
Yeah.
They leave it wide open for you
do.
to interpret.
I love that.
Yeah.
Having done the show, I'm curious, like looking back, do you have a favorite memory or a moment, or is there something you can share with us that we didn't see on TV?
Well, a lot of the stuff you didn't see on TV was with the judges. Also, here's a little interesting tidbit for you. I was doing, they were like, they wanted me to be wild on this side. They were like, come on.
You are wild.
Okay, but so I was doing a lot of this out there, and I noticed they cut that out. I think this may not have been family friendly Fox stuff. And so I was doing a lot of crazy movements that Rob and Thicke really liked and made several comments about.
But we
and
didn't see them.
you didn't see a lot of
didn't see
that.
them.
So isn't that interesting?
Wow, they cut your rock on? I thought it
think
meant
so.
rock on.
Yeah.
But maybe devil horn.
Oh,
so
not
not
that
for the
kind
not
of
for the
show.
facts. And to be fair, it's a show for everybody, right?
Of
It's supposed to be
course.
that way. I should have thought of that, but okay. So
And now I have to ask, obviously
Yeah.
it's a secret who the other celebrities are on the
Yeah.
show. Did you have any guesses to the other voices you were hearing?
No, on when I was on.
When you were on.
No, you don't even hear it. You don't get to see what's going on. I heard Patti LaBelle. I didn't know it was Patti LaBelle,
Yeah.
but I heard my competition because I was backstage being sort of led around, getting ready to come on. But that was the only singing I heard the entire time I was there. You've heard how they hide you, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
They put gloves on, not
got
a
that hoodie on.
not a speck of skin
Is
can
visible.
show. You're not allowed to speak, and they call you by your character name.
Yeah.
And they talk to me to this day because you get pretty close with these people. It's a pretty intense environment. And my producers still call me to this day and call me Eagle. Or Eeg. They call me Eeg. Hey, Eeg. How's it going? They're crazy.
Were you involved in picking the eagle?
A little
designing
bit.
what you wanted it to look
Not
like?
the designing, but they call you early in the process and say, if you have any thoughts. And I just deferred to them, and I forget what the other two things were they presented to me, but they presented an eagle, and that's what I had in my head when I came to them. I thought the American Eagle would be awesome.
Wow.
And like I said, then I learned all those anthems that I had to unlearn. And I had all kinds of. I had a vocal injury. It turns out I had a whole mess going on where I had to see an ear, nose, and throat, and get repeated laryngoscopies,
It's intense.
and see a vocal coach, and they make you sign a very strict non-disclosure.
Oh,
right?
I'm sure.
So I was training at home, and one of my sons was living at home at the time, and this vocal coach started showing up, and he's like, "Hey, what's that all about?" And I go, "I'm going to sing at a hockey game. Like, I'm going to sing for the Dodgers. I'm going to sing the national anthem."
Wow.
But then she started showing up like 3 times a week, and he goes, "Oh, what's this about?"
Right.
I go,
Dad, what's this hobby?"
Sign this paper. Sign the paper. Here we go. You're into.
Listen, I think it was such a treat to have you on the show. And of course, people who have been to sporting events, we've heard you sing the national anthem. But to see you singing rock songs was so incredible.
It was wild.
Can I put you on the spot for a second?
What's it going to be?
Can you just give us a little bar?
Oh, no. This is like, of what?
Well, you said you learned Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh my God,
We'll
no.
snap along.
I'll tell you what I was learning a lot of. Was a lot of, I thought we were going to go towards anthems and Michael Bublé and Frank Sinatra. So
Okay.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. That's sort of the direction we were going.
I love it.
Trashed all of it and went for the rock songs.
I do want to ask, are you putting out any music?
No.
Okay, so
Any plans?
No plans?
Somebody told me that there might be a tour with this.
Would you consider joining?
I think it'd be, just because I loved the whole operation so much, I'd consider.
Yes.
I'd
Put the eagle.
And I would love to come back and be a judge. Come on, guys. Come on.
Let's
It'd be
get
fun
that
to get some of the former performers up there.
Let's get that petition going. And of course, I just have to ask before we leave, I know you have a movie coming out.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
I'm treating a guy who has a wild life. I'm his doctor, and he won't come clean to me what he's doing because what he's doing is awful.
Wow.
And I'm trying to get him to take some medication because his life is out of control.
Wow. Are you enjoying the acting process?
It was really fun. It's really a blast.
Awesome.
I mean, anytime somebody wants me to do that, show up and be myself.
Yeah, why not?
It's hard work, huh?
Why not? It was such a treat to have you here with us tonight. We want to keep in touch with you. You got to let us know where your guests
You're
are
doing
at.
some clue digging too.
Well, with off of your guys, off of your heels. I see what you're doing. I was like, yeah.
Look, keep up with us right here on Unmasking the Masked Singer. We'll keep you in the loop.
Done.
As always, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let us know who you think is behind these crazy costumes. Thank you so much to Dr. Drew, Charlie O'Keefe, Deidre Behar. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.